Hello! I'm out. So I can't talk too loud, but I'm out. So that's good. What do I say? Apparently the gleam is back in my eyes. So many people say that to me. When I haven't eaten right for a while, people say, oh, your eyes are dead. And then when I start to eat again, they go, there's such a difference in your eyes, there's a gleam. And I've been told that by like 5 different people who don't really talk to each other, so weird, huh? But I've eaten quite a lot over the last few days. I haven't drank any of the disgusting, like, Fortisips, but I have been having breakfast. I was in hospital from, what was it, the 9th? Yeah, till today, where I was let out at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And, so for the last couple of weeks I have been eating okay. For the first few days of hospital I just had like a couple of salads, but they were mostly just watching to see how I would eat, which is kind of silly because I'm obviously going to eat differently there, but either way. But I went in and my potassium was 1.8 or 9 or something like that, which is abnormally low. It's supposed to be, I think it's 3 or 3.5 minimum, I've forgotten. But the other day it came out as 4.5, which I don't know why, but it freaks me out. I don't like it when numbers go up. But in the first few days of hospital I went from 35.1 kilograms to like 34.84 or something, so it was hardly a loss at all because I was on bed rest and I was on a heart monitor and a drip. And oh my god, they fed me these potassium things. I mean, you could call it a supplement drink, but it's not a drink because it's only like 10 milligrams. So it's like 2 spoonfuls type thing, but it's disgusting. It is disgusting. It is the most saltiest, disgusting stuff in the world. And the thing is, I had to have my blood taken like every other day. Like, seriously, my arms are so painful right now. And for the first few days as well, my blood wasn't coming out properly. I had like a blood clot problem or something. He said my blood was clotting too much, and I was on gas now at the time, so I was just like, do it again, I don't care. And so when they took my blood, often they'd have to put in the needle like twice to get enough. And oh, it was horrible. And the first time I went in, they were just sat there with the needle like, you're being really scringy, come on. But they tried to trick me as well before I went on gas and air, because of my fear of needles is why I was on gas and air. And he kept saying to me, now we're going to put, you know, the canal or wherever it's in, just in case you need medication if your blood. And as you know, I used to be purging like 40 times a day, you know, like at most, but like twice an hour-ish. And there was nothing wrong with my potassium, ever. I was always healthy as. So, you know, I was thinking, for God's sake, I've only been purging like twice a day. This is ridiculous. And he was going, oh, well, when we take out your blood, it's nothing new. We're not going to put in anything extra. We're just going to leave it in. And I was going, no, I don't need that. No. And he was going, yeah, but if you need medication, then later on, well, I was saying it in an Indian accent, but he was saying, you know, then, sorry. Then later on, when you might need medication, we'll just have to put it back in. And I was going, I don't want it, I won't need medication later, I'll be fine, my blood is always fine. My blood wasn't fine. Everything was wrong, all of my levels were abnormal, and it's like vitamin K, right, is in everything. It is almost impossible to become deficient on vitamin K, and yet they were still abnormal. So I was a freak. Oh, the potassium was disgusting. They've sent me home with a load. I don't want it. I'm gonna have to force myself to take it, but I figured if then afterwards I just take a spoonful of that, and yeah. But yeah, that's that, huh? Heart monitor was off. They wanted me to use a wheelchair, and that really pissed me off. Oh wait, I was talking about racing thoughts, I'm sorry. But he was saying, oh, we need to leave the canal in, because blah blah blah. I was going, I don't need it, nothing wrong with my blood, and my blood was completely messed up, and they were like, but the thing is, I was saying, I don't need it, and when they took out the blood, I was kind of, you know, on gas and air completely, and the thing is, it takes a long time for it, because my fibula is so strong, I don't just get enough to make me a bit, you know, dizzy and, like, fainty and hearing my voice funny. I have to be basically having the nurse hold it in my mouth, because I'm kind of, like, going like that, because I just can't hold it anymore, because I'm so, for it to actually work. I mean, it's crazy. I just have to get to the state where I can, at the very back of my head, I'm still thinking a little bit, but most of me is just turned on to this weird throbbing sensation. But at that point, it's hard to move my hand. Like, my left hand really messed up when I was on it. I was like, I can't move it, because it had gone completely numb. So, if I can't move my left hand after a bit of it, after lots of it basically means I won't go like that. So it's really effective. I really, really recommend it if you really hate needles. Gas and air, definitely. Yeah, when I was on it, they tried to trick me. He left the tube in and he was talking about teddy bears or something, because the plaster had teddy bears, and I was like, in a U-shape, and I was saying, oh, you can learn them and play with them, and I was like, oh, you know, dead. And then I suddenly looked down and I was saying, wait a minute, the plaster is on top of it. I said, I don't want this, and I was like, trying to talk normally, and in my voice it was really low, like I was talking from my throat, because of the gas and air. It sounded to me like I was talking from my throat, so it was whoa. And I could also hear myself in a lisp, and that was real, so I was basically going, no, I don't want that, no, I don't want that. And they're going, well, we need to leave it in for later, and I was going, no, and they said, well, we'll just have to put it in later then. But I told them that, sorry, I'm annoying her, but I did tell them I didn't want it in. And when I looked down, and I was just thinking, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. And I remember she asked me, do you want me to put a bandage over it so that you don't say it? No, I want you to take it the hell out of my arm. It's horrible. And then, because I don't actually like the gas and air, funnily enough. I mean, it's amazing, but once I'm off it and I'm thinking straight, I don't want to keep burbling out all these different things, because I'm scared of what I'll say. And I just don't like the lack of control in things. And so I kind of like, on like, I don't know, about the 7th time of me having it done. Yeah, by the way, I was there for like, what, 10, 11 days? How many times was I injected? 9. Pretty mad, huh? In both my arms. I wouldn't let them go near my hands. I don't want needles in my hands. Don't like it. Ooh. But, yeah, I was on drips and heart monitors and lots of horrible things. Yeah, they've left me with like little circular marks. I don't know if they're still there now, but they like gave me spots in the areas where I had them. I mean, there's also some kind of on my ribs, on my left set of ribs, but probably don't really want to see my ribs, so. But yeah. I was supposed to be coming home yesterday. Well, I suppose now it's the 21st, but I was supposed to be coming home on Monday, but they were like, no, we need to sort out different things, and I was like, because then earlier today my mum found a tub with something in it that I hadn't emptied because I had to be rushed to hospital. And so when I came home, she was drunk. In fact, she wasn't even home when me and Vivi arrived at the door. And she said in front of Vivi, I want you out. And then that surrounded me in absolute hysterics, and I was like, I gave up everything to come here, you're the only one that hasn't given up on me, ah! And, oh, I will gain weight, and etc, etc. And just absolute hysterics. Like, I couldn't breathe properly. I just felt like if I moved at that point, I don't know how I could have lived. I would have nothing to live for. Like, nothing. What the hell would I do elsewhere? What the hell would I do elsewhere? I wouldn't know how to face anything or anyone. I would give up. So I was panicking, like, but as it is, I'm staying. That's potassium. I made my mum try it, and I said, try this little capful, and it's teeniest amount. I said, it tastes awful, and I told everyone it tastes awful. Why does everyone ignore you when you say that something tastes awful? And my mum tipped her very tip of finger, and I was thinking, oh, for God's sake. And she put it on her tongue, and she went, and I am so pleased. I just want everyone to know how horrible it tastes. I want you all to try potassium, just a tiny little bit, just so you know what it tastes like. It's just pure salt, and it's got all this cherry flavouring to try and cover it up, and you smell it and you think, oh, it smells lovely, especially as I was starving at the time smelling it. I was like, okay, I'll try it, better than a drip. And it was like, it was just disgusting. I have to take it 3 times a day, but I was taking it 4 times a day, 20 milligrams, and I was on the drip. So at least it's like, yeah, don't have to do that so much now. Now it's 10 milligrams 3 times a day, but I'll probably take it whenever I want to. I've made a new food plan, not necessarily a weight loss plan, but it's like a rice plan. So I have breakfast, lunch and dinner with rice. Lunch and dinner has, well, all of them have rice, protein and veg. And I have these little tiny Chinese bowls which I'll be putting the rice in. And I'm going to have a little bowl of miso soup with my lunch and dinner, which is like this tofu paste soup. And it's like this creamy stuff in a sachet, and you add boiling water, and it's like a proper traditional Japanese soup. 20 calories. Well, 18 technically, but 20. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, I'm out of hospital. I so wanted to be out of hospital. Yes, I did want to eat whatever I wanted over Christmas and not get, and now I just think I don't want to get in a feast. I can't be bothered. Whatever happens will happen. But yeah. I feel so relieved. I thought I was going earlier. Because my mum kept saying, I didn't know how ill you were, And it's like, I'm not that ill. But, oh right, I wanted to, before I reach 15 minutes, I wanted to show you a letter that I got from the place on my discharge, about my discharge. Okay, if I can find it. Look, it's a cake I designed. Right. Right. Okay, so diagnosis/admission symptoms. Presented with 3.9 kilograms weight loss in 10 days. BMI under 0.6th centile. What does that mean? Also, tachycardia and postural hypertension. What does that mean? Tachycardia. Cardia is something to do with heart. Postural hypertension. I'll try and show you that. What does that mean? Anyway. Admitted to ensure she was medically fit. Found to have hypokalemia 1.8. I think that means low potassium. but no ECGs changes. The one time that my ECG is fine is the one time that my potassium is screwed up. All the other times my ECG was like, oh gosh, that's worrying, we must do a blood test, let's restrain her to do a blood test because she must have low potassium, and it's like, I'm fine! And then the day that my blood test turns out crap, my ECG is fine, my heart is fine, I'm broken. But no ECG changes. Was given potassium supplements, which is blah 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 blah, slowly restored our potassium to 4.5. Eating disorders team have been involved in an eating plan that was put in place, which Rachel has been following. There are no new medical concerns. Rachel is medically fit for discharge. I'm fit. She's been discharged with a further 7 days of potassium chloride and is due to have her potassium rechecked on the ward on Wednesday the 28th at 11:30, so I'll be going back there on Wednesday. No eating disorder, anorexia / bulimia, under care of eating disorder team, potassium, blah blah blah. So yeah. Isn't that interesting? I'm healthy. I mean, I come home, it's like after a week of my mum being like, I want you home, I want you home. She's like, I want you gone, get away from here, I can't handle it, you're so ill. And it's like, I'm not ill, I'm medically fit. I'm healthy, actually. I'm basically top health. So, yeah. And now I have gained weight. My weight when I was in there dropped to 34.85 or something like that, or 95 or something. Now it's 36, though I do admit I did have a lot of water on the morning I was weighed on Monday morning. But even so, I must have gained weight. So yeah, I'm gonna say I'm probably 36 kilograms right now, which is okay, that's kind of my safe weight, as long as I don't go any higher. So, not much else to update you on. I've got my cat back. I have 100 appointments on like every single day of the week except for Christmas. Yeah. Good, huh? I'm out, I'm free! I was so scared of going to the house, and that's why I ate, because a few people, I think, kind of expected me to go on an NG tube and to, like, deny food. I'm not going to do that in hospital. I'm not going to do that in hospital. Not only will they probably put me in the house, but they would NG feed me. I don't want that. I really don't want that. If I must gain weight, it will be through fibre and food and the stuff that I want, not through a bag that has fat in it. I want to be able to have food so that I can pick out the fat and eat the things that are healthy for me. I do not want to have a bag thing. And although the bag is nutritionally balanced, and I do definitely recommend it if you find it hard to eat food, I don't find it hard to eat food. I do find it hard to have fat. So that's why, you know. But, yeah, no, I'm never gonna be NG tube fed, because the minute I deny food in hospital is the minute I'll be going straight back to a unit, and I know that. But, I'm out. I'm out, and I didn't even have to gain that much. I'm out. So, yeah. The hospital gave me presents. See, while I was there, I was doing like 100 different puzzles. Oh, I made some videos for you to see as well, which I'm going to put on this channel. Or I might put them together and turn them into like a hospital video, why you shouldn't eat wrongly, and put them on theuniqueRKWvlog, I don't know. But, yeah, they gave me presents, because while I was there I was like constantly doing puzzles and like word searches, and I was like really bored. But I only ever do hospitals, I only ever actually do puzzles while I'm in hospital, but then they must have seen the puzzles and thought, I know what she wants, for Christmas she wants a puzzle, so they gave me a load of puzzles and word searches, and they gave me like these, what's it called? arrow words section. I don't like arrow words, and crosswords are boring. They don't like challenge me. I like the fit words where you like have to fit them all in and like count the letters and things. But yeah, I got my cat back. But yeah, all positive. 20 minutes, so bye bye.